Hi, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the replay. This is Daily Fuel. I'm Bobby, and this is the spiritual artist group, Quantasy. Haven't done a Daily Fuel in a few weeks. I took a couple weeks off and to regroup, and we're back. So if you're watching this, you are in the replay because it still says 0 people. So how you doing? Welcome to the replay. If you're in the replay, do me a favor. You can comment, you can like and heart things. I like that, especially comments, because I'll come back and I'll see them, and they make me feel all warm inside, and I appreciate that. So, oh man, it's still anonymous. I even updated this and everything. All right, do me a favor. I don't know who this is. Everyone's saying hi, and I don't know. I just see gray faces. This is sucking the life out of this. I'm really not happy to see that. I want to see your faces and know who you are, but it doesn't tell me who you are. It's supposed to tell me who you are. Anyway, if you're new to Daily Fuel and you haven't clicked that little link to allow Ecamm permission to show me who you are, please do that. But I know most of you guys already have, and Ecamm is just the bane of my existence now. Which, see, I'm here. I don't know who's here because I just see a gray face. So, hi, everybody who I don't know who you are. This is just aggravating me. See, this is why. All right, I'm gonna have to find a solution to this because this I can't. I don't know who you are. Who are you? I don't know. See, I can't see. The camera doesn't show me, and Ecamm doesn't show me. So do me a favor, just tell me who you are. All right, just write your name in the comments so that I know who to say hi to. Jennifer here. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm just going to wait another... That's 2 minutes. All right, let's get started. Everybody's anonymous. This is not... I'm going to have to... I don't know either. What don't you know? I don't know. You guys know. You know what? I'm going to look... I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. Time out. I'll be right back. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Let me see. Here we are live. Time out. All right, turn that off. I'll be right back. And why can't I get rid of this? Look what I am. I'm a smart guy. I can see your comments on here. I don't need this. I don't need that. I can see them here. So let me see. Jennifer is here. Hi, Bobby. Naz is here. Is it Naz or Naz? Hello. You're brand new to the group, but welcome to the group. And welcome to Daily Fuel. She said hi, and Ray is here, and Jennifer's here. I don't know either, and Ray, and Naz, and Ray. Okay, so it's you guys. So I can see you on here. I'm going to do this. So if you're new, like Naz, here's how this works. I say hi to you guys, and usually I'm started by now at about the 2-minute mark. But because of this, I had to reset. So hopefully you're still with me. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start now, and I'm going to ignore the comments, but please keep commenting while I'm talking. When I get to the end of my spiel, I'm going to go back to the comments and go through them all and read them, and that's a lot of fun. So stick around. All right, let's get started for real now. Here we go. Okay, welcome to Daily Fuel. Phase 2. Phase 2, I'm thinking of it like season 2 of a TV show, but this is phase 2 because this isn't a TV show. This is me doing lives in a Facebook group. But it's a new direction. It's a new, not direction, but a new meaning because, you know, if you're brand new like Naz, here's the deal. I started this group back in September, and I started doing Daily Fuel. They're called Daily Fuel because I was doing them daily. And it was just, it turned into me just kind of doing self-therapy in these lives like this and getting feedback from you guys and talking with you guys. And really, and by the way, they're all in a topic in the group. I'm going to rename that topic Phase 1. So that was me really trying to figure out what the hell do I want to be when I grow up. Well, I figured it out. I always knew it was about art. I knew that I wanted to incorporate art into my life. That was Phase 1. Here's Phase 2. Phase 2 is make my life from my art, right? At first it was, I have a life, I want to put art into it. Now it's like, I got this art, I want to make a life around it, right? I want to build everything that I am around this thing. See, I'm in an interesting point in my life. My kids are in high school. My daughter's about to graduate. My son is a freshman, but he's he'll be graduating. You blink and they're done. So what my wife and I are already looking at that point in our life where it's going to be just us again, and I want to hit the ground running with that, right? And in 3 years, he graduates high school, and then we're done with, not done with our kids, obviously. We still have, college and life beyond that with our children. But I'm talking about like raising little kids. That part, we're kind of done. So now it's like, what do I want to do? And she's working on her own thing about what does she want to do. But this is how I'm doing it, right? So by the way, when I say I want to make life from my art, for you, it doesn't have to literally be your art. Maybe your art is just a hobby, but my art is my passion. What I'm doing is my passion. It's my purpose. It's why I get up in the morning. And now I'm like finally picked a project and I'm running with it and I'm so excited about it. So here's kind of how I'm doing it, right? How I'm creating life from this project. It's something that I call time jumping. I realized after this, I should have called this one time jumping instead of phase 2, because this is not about phase 2. It's just this whole series now is going to be phase 2. This one is about time jumping, so I'm probably going to rename it. Anyway, what is time jumping? Okay, so stick with me on this, right? As spiritual people, whatever you believe, but we understand law of attraction. We understand our higher self. So I like to imagine that there's a part of me, a higher version of me, that's already living some future perfect version of my life, right? And so time jumping to me is, I'm going to talk to that guy. I'm going to ask him, hey, what's going on? What do I have to do to get to where you are? More specifically, it's not really what do I have to do. It's not how questions. It's not like what's next and now what do I do? It's not questions like that. It's more like the future me is living this perfect version of the life that I want, and I want to know what's the rhythm of that. What is the feeling behind that? What do I need to be focusing my energy on so that I move in that direction? It's not about action. I know, day to day, there's going to be action, right? You're going to wake up, you're going to work on your project, you're going to do your thing, you got to get in the car, you got to go to the place, whatever it is, right? But it's more like, what's the rhythm of where you are that I want to be? The guy that is living that life, he's driving the Jaguar. He's living in that house. He's got that studio, right? What's that like? And what does that feel like? Because if I could figure out what that feels like, I could start feeling it now. Right? And that's really all time jumping is. It's just imagining yourself there. I like to talk to that guy. Do it your way, right? And then step by step, the next thing you have to do, and then the next thing you have to do, and then the next thing you have to do will start to unfold before you. Now, none of this is probably mind-blowingly new to you, because we're most of us, we are spiritual artists here in this group, so we understand a lot of this stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be week by week, sort of like, now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this, and now I'm doing this, and hopefully you will come along for the ride. If you're new here and you missed phase 1 where I figured out what the heck I wanted to do, maybe you didn't need that part, right? You needed this part, so now you're here. Okay? So congratulations for skipping all that nonsense. Lately, I have been feeling like I'm sort of floating down a river, and it started off very slowly. In fact, I kind of felt like I was floating down a river, except I couldn't see any sides of the river. The river was just everywhere. It was just, this is what it felt like, right? Not literally, but so I'm floating in this river, and I kind of had the sense that I was moving towards something, but because I couldn't see a side over there or a side over there or anything, I had no what's the word? Relative position to like I couldn't see anything going past. I could sense this movement in my life, but nothing was being shown to me that was proving it. It's not like, oh, this thing came in the mail or that I got this phone call, right? It was none of that. Nothing was happening except that I was feeling it more and more and more until all of a sudden a thing floated by, and then another thing floated by. Now I feel like lots of things are floating by, and I'm at this place where I'm creating this graphic novel. By the way, I'm not using the word comic book anymore. I'm using the word graphic novel. I like that better, and that's just what I'm doing. So my project is going to be my graphic novel and turning it into a video series and incorporating my music into it. Those are the things that I really want to work on. I figured out how to do it, the intricate how parts of doing those things. And now I'm just doing it, and it feels amazing. And so this next phase 2 is going to be about bringing that to fruition, and you can figure out what your thing is, and we can all do it together right here in this group. So oh, look at that, everyone's face shows up. So I'm gonna hit the comments now and say hello. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Everyone is anonymous except for Robin and Danielle. So now if you're new, what I do is I go to the comments, but I'm going to go to the comments here. So I said hi to everybody. And Ray trying to fill Kelly's shoes too. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Kelly made it or not, but Kelly was upset that she booked a massage today, and that's the day that I decided to get back to my lives. I did not know that. I don't have, I have a camera in my office, but I don't have cameras in your offices, so I don't know what you guys are doing. Phase 1 worked, said Ray. I think it did. And the interesting thing about phase 1 is I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just was like, I feel like talking to people, and I feel like creating a group of like-minded peers around me so that we can all sort of elevate ourselves together. Really interesting. I went to tag somebody in a post the other day, and her name wouldn't tag. And I looked in the membership list. She wasn't in the group anymore. She had been posting art since the beginning, and then all of a sudden she wasn't in the group. So we were friends. We are friends on Facebook, and so I messaged her and I said, "Hey, I noticed you're not in the group. I was wondering if everything was okay." And she told me that your group's no, I'm kidding. She liked the group. She said to me that she joined the group and was using it for a specific purpose to come to a place in her life, and she got there. And suddenly now her art is very personal to her, and she's not looking to share. And so she left the group because she didn't need it anymore. And I was like, huh. I hadn't considered that, but it was interesting that it was like somebody grew to the point where they were gone. They didn't need it anymore. Kind of like the caterpillar turned into a butterfly and flew away, and that's what she did. I don't know why I told you that story, but phase 1 worked. That was it. So her phase 1 worked, and so did mine, and that's why I took a break from doing Daily Fuels for a while, because I didn't know why I was doing them anymore. But I was like, no, I want to do them. I like doing them, but I need to have a purpose for it. I need to have a reason to do them. So phase 2, here we go. And Mikey's here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Bobby. Good to see you again. I was writing today, and Ray told me you were live just in time. Cool. Did I not tag you? I don't think you're on the Tag Me Every Day list. I have to do that again. I have a thing where I tag people, and some people are on the Tag Me Every Day list. It used to be every day. Now it's whenever I do them. But, so what do you call it? Mikey, I don't think you're on that thing. But if you would like me to, I will put you on that thing. Yeah, I'll make a post that asks who wants to be on it, and you can let me know. Ray says, so nice to see the furry little being. Excited again. I think some of us have missed the show. I missed the show too. Thank you. Robin is here. Lots of hearts and flowers and stuff. And my family is home. I timed this poorly today. I didn't realize that my son had a doctor's appointment, so they went earlier than the show started, and I realized I should have booked the show for when they left the house. This way I had all that time to get it done, but actually she didn't bark that much. So, what are you going to do? Whew, Robin, I'd love a great studio. Yeah, me too. I have a dream of a studio. When we moved to this town, we looked at a house that was beautiful. It was, beautiful. beautiful, beautiful. I still, when I think of a dream house, I think of this house, right? And one of the things it had, one of the things it had was this room on the side of the garage, on the side of the house where the garage is. It was like the garage was facing the front, and then in the back was this big room, and it was just all surrounded by windows that faced the yard, and there was a door that went out onto the deck, and I was like, oh my God, this room would be my studio. This would be it. You know, it was just amazing. And because now my studio is in a basement, so I have no sunlight, you know, and but this room was just surrounded on like 2 or 3 walls with windows, like floor to ceiling windows. And I was just like, wow, what an amazing room. So when I think of the studio that I want, I imagine that room. And so for time jumping, what I do is I just get into like, what is the rhythm of that? And it's easy for me to imagine me, a future version of me in a room just like that. And so what does that feel like? And I feel it. And so that's the energy work that I do every day. And the moving down the river part, that's me moving towards that vision. And I don't see any, like nobody called me up, hey, let me get you that house. It doesn't work that way. But actually, that would be really cool. If any of you want to get me that house, just call me. I'll take it. So that's kind of how the energy works. All right, they'll settle down in a few minutes. I don't know if you can hear them walking around over my head. I don't like that, but you know, what am I gonna do? A dream, but says Robin. Danielle is here. Hello, Danielle. Danielle, is watching. That's weird. I don't see these things on Ecamm. Okay. Hey, it's been a long time, says Danielle. Yes, it has. Thanks for showing up again. Ride? Wait, I've seen how Fuel Blue drives. Maybe I'll just walk. No, that's just in the graphic novel. That's not how I drive. I drive like a grandpa. Let me see. You were ungrounded when all you could see was the river. Oh. When all you could see was the river, you were ungrounded. When things float by, are you able to start grabbing them now? Welcome to phase 2. That's a really interesting question. That was Robin. Let me see. You were ungrounded. Well, do I want to be ungrounded? Usually it's like I want to be grounded, right? So when things are just, when I didn't see anything floating by, you're saying I was ungrounded. So it was kind of like I was in this build-up phase. This is how I took it. I took it as like, okay, I'm doing this energy work now. I'm doing the time jumping. I'm imagining what it feels like to be in this future place where I want to be. And the immediate manifestation that I got was just the feeling. It's just the feeling of it. So when I imagine just manifesting the feeling without manifesting anything physical, I imagined it as being in this river where I had no bearings. I had nothing to look at to see that I was even moving, except for the fact that I could feel like I was moving. That was it. I had to trust those feelings. And when I learned to trust those feelings, that's when little things started coming by. And I'm in a particularly interesting situation right now where I can spend most of my time each day working on the graphic novel. It's interesting how things have sort of come to fruition that way. You know, I could never have designed for everything to have lined up the way that they did, but they did, you know, and how they did is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's like, I wish that I just could find the time to do this thing I want to do. And when that's the question you're asking, you can never find the time. But when I just said, what does it feel like to be in that place where I've done it already? And I just trusted feeling that way, then everything kind of lined up, and it's like, look at this, I got all this time, I got all this ability to go do this thing, and I'm doing it, you know, and I'm trusting that tomorrow I'll be able to do it again, and the next day, and next week, and next month, and next year, and until all of a sudden I'll be in that place where it's driving the income and the revenue to continue doing it that way, you know. So so that's where that is. And Graham is here. Hello, how you doing? And Hector's here. Hello. How you doing, Hector? What's up, buddy? Nice to see you. And Ray says, nice when people grow and take steps away, and they will take steps back. Oh, that was the girl that left the group. I'm sorry I missed it all, said Jennifer. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Jennifer. You're here now, and I'm glad that you're here now. And if anybody, like I said, the daily fuels are all in the topic in the group. They're all in the group, so all in one spot. So anybody who wants to go back and watch the phase 1 stuff can. But that's that. Hector says that's how my energy works as well. I think that's how everybody's energy works as well. It's just a matter of how we articulate it. I can describe what I do, and you might be like, that's weird. But if you described what you do, I think we'd be describing the same thing, just from different vantage points, different perspectives, different language. So that's why I'm always interested in the words that people use, or the language that people use, not French or English or anything like that, but like the way that we articulate things, because we articulate it from our own experiences and our own perspective. But I think we're all describing the same thing, And Robin says, trusting your feelings is when your art is able to speak to you. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I really like that. Because when I trusted that I'd be able to do this and started moving into it, excuse me, I keep getting a tickle in my throat. When I trusted my feelings and just trusted that things would line up for me so that I could continue doing this. What did you say? Your art will speak to you. That's when I figured that all out. It's like it really just started coming together, and to figure out like what this graphic novel is about and what it looks like, and it's not even in one novel. It's like a whole series of things, and I think bigger than I probably should, but that's not true. I think just as big as I should, but it's like I want to be done with all of it at once, Anyway, that's when it all started to just really make sense to me, and the picture, the nuances of what does it look like and what does it feel like, even what does it sound like. Like as I'm drawing and as I'm making things, I know what it sounds like too, and because that's why I want to turn it into a video series, because I want to get that sound out there. It's much more than like writing sound effects in a comic book. I'm not into that. So. Yes, when you trust your feelings, that's when your art is able to speak to you. Absolutely, Robin. And Brian Donahue is here. Hey, bro, how you doing? That's my brother. Stephanie is here. Hi. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? And Robin says, Robin, you're like the only... Robin and Danielle show up in Ecamm for some reason. Everybody else is an anonymous. I'm going to have to do this. This is not that big of a deal. Robin says, I think the more you trust more and more, the more it will happen. Yeah, that's what we just said. But yes, absolutely. Hector says, I'm flowing down the river working to manifest this building, waiting for that call too. That's great. That's awesome. When you say this building, do you mean this building, the one that you're in, or like this building, like in general terms? So you're looking to manifest a building. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm looking to manifest the house with the studio. The studio that I want is in my house, right? So I'm looking to manifest the house, and just the entire lifestyle, and I can feel it moving there. Really for the first time without trying to force it. Phase one, when I started this group, was, man, I've been trying to force this to happen, this thing that I want to happen for like 20 years. I want this house, I want this car, and I want this lifestyle, and I want these clothes, and I want this body, and I want this stuff. And it's really interesting to me how I'm trying to force it by, well, how can I make that happen? Well, I like doing art. Well, I'll be a designer because people pay those artists, and I'll make websites for people. And it's like all of a sudden you end up in this place where you're doing work that you don't like doing for people that you like them. I like my clients, and I like doing websites and stuff to a point, but not like what I'm doing. I mean, what I'm doing is night and day, night and day. It's like I can't. It makes it. I like it so much more that my old way of trying and efforting to do it, almost in relation to that, seems like I had to work in a coal mine. Did I? No, but man, it was so much not as good as what I'm doing now that it may as well have been. So there's that. Let me see, where was I? I get lost on this thing. It was easier here because this moves. I'm flowing down the river. Right. Sorry, Kelly. I tried to keep up, but I can't type fast enough, and Bobby is just so interesting. Of course. I couldn't do both. But next time, you can take back over and do the proper thing that needs to be done to keep him thinking. Well, she's going to watch this in the replay, and I'm sure I'm going to get an essay or two in there. So don't worry about it. She'll be fine. Robin says, I love this space created here because it's where I can do art speaking about lines, colors, shapes. What the heck? I hit see more and it moved. Okay. Sorry. What I could do. Shapes, concepts, etc. to others who can understand what I'm saying. Unlike non-artists who sometimes just scratch their heads and look puzzled. Yeah. It's like, I think that's why, if you remember the very beginning, the first 3 days of this group, it was really just the spiritual part. And then I was like, no, it's got to be artists because of that, Robin. It's like I needed to be able to speak to artists about art. On top of the spirit, I think the spiritual part is just kind of underlying, but I don't think that this group is about the spiritual realizations and spiritual growth and stuff. I think we're using that understanding and that because we just are spiritual beings, and we're using it to manifest art in our life. And I think that was what phase 1 was. I'm using it to manifest art in my life. And now phase 2 is I'm using to manifest life through the art. That's the best words that I came up with today. Maybe those words will evolve over a little bit of time. We shall see. Hector says, I'm in a warehouse looking for that storefront. Ah, okay, cool beans. Yeah, cool beans. Wow. Do I say that? Do I say that on Daily Fuel? I don't know. I don't think I do. Jennifer says, exactly. See, Jennifer, this is one of my favorite parts of Daily Fuel when I come back to the comments later is you guys write stuff while I'm saying something, and then by the time I get around to reading your comment, I don't know what I said that you're saying exactly about, but if you're agreeing with me, then I agree with you. So that's that. Ray says, well, Robin and I tried to fill Kelly's shoes, but it just can't be done. No. Robin, when you are doing what your heart wants, it's amazing. So easy and it flows. No comparison. That's right. It is. There's really no comparison. Was what I didn't want to do working in a coal mine? No, but it may as well have been, because I would have hated that more, but still I wouldn't have liked it. So I'm allowed to use hyperbole. Hyperbole is fun. Robin, nope. Hector, I see it all. Every little detail. The building, the people, the happiness. It's crazy, but happens to be my carrot on a stick in front of me. LOL. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about you, right? You've got this idea for a building. So what I mean by time jumping is there's a version of Hector in the future that is already in that building, right? So what I do, there's a version of Bobby that's already in that house, in that studio, with that car, with all that stuff. I talk to that version. Now, however you want to do it, you do it. Maybe you meditate and you just think it. I like to actually walk around my studio and talk out loud. I'm a nut, right? Or if it's nice out, I'll go for a walk. I put my earbuds in so it looks like I'm on the phone. I'm not. I'm talking to, future me. And just go for a walk. That's what I do. I walk around my office, I write things on my whiteboard, but I am talking to that future version of me, the one that's already in that studio. You could talk to that future version of Hector, the one that's already in that building. And the question that I ask, the general gist question is, what is the rhythm of where you are? What are the feelings? What does it feel like to be there? Not what's my next step to get there, because that's how, and then now you're just trying to monkey your way to it, and that doesn't work. You have to just feel the feelings and then trust the feelings, as we've been saying, and allow the river to take you there. That's the hardest part, is the trusting that you did it. It's like it feels good while you're doing it, but then you're done doing it, and you go back to work, or you go be with your family, or you go to the store or whatever, and you're just back in the world, and you're like, the hell, did that actually do anything? Did that work? I feel like I should be doing something, but there's nothing to do yet. You gotta wait. I see it all. All right. Robin says the spiritual part is the basis behind and underneath our art. That's why we are the artist, ? Quantasy, yeah, the spiritual, yes, right. The spiritual part is sort of the foundation that we're building the art on. I like that, Robin. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Danielle says, it'll happen, Bobby. I manifested my home. Oh, that's nice to hear. Thank you. I appreciate the words. Jennifer, I left unwanted energy in unknowingly, and now I need to get realigned. That's okay. We all do that, and you know, I do it all the time. I just because I come on this thing and I say, "Hey, here's what I'm doing," and look at how it's working. It's like doesn't mean every single day is la la land. It's not all perfect. It's not all, bubble gum and jump roping. Sometimes things suck. I will try talking. Wait, hang on. Oh, here we go. Robin says that's why I put stuff in the parentheses to refer to topics, so you don't have my comments in puzzling context. But I like the puzzling context. I like not knowing. It's my favorite thing. But thank you. Jennifer adds, I will try talking to that version of me because I lost it somewhere. No, you didn't. Thanks, Bobby. I have to go for now, though. Okay. See you later, Jennifer. Yeah, it's always there. You didn't lose it. You forgot how to hear it. He's Hector, he's there. Jennifer, she's there. That future version of you is always there. And you just have to practice being quiet enough to hear it. And that might be trying lots of different meditative practices, trying different things until you feel comfortable to where, you're not, I don't actually hear a voice. I'm not insane or anything like that, but I just have trusted that this is it. This is the thing that I'm looking for. This is that feeling that I'm going for. And now I just have to sit in that feeling and trust as it pulls me towards where it's going. And then over time, over several months, I started this group in September. It's now February. What is that? 5 months? In 5 months, I figured out what I wanted to do and I'm doing it. 5 months. That's not bad. So start today and you'll do it too. I don't have special powers that you don't have. We're all spiritual beings here. Hector, I meditate, talk out loud. I eat breakfast in front of this building I would like. That's pretty cool. I have it on my vision board all day while building art. I'm having mental meetings inside. Nice. See, that's the way, man. That's the way. Just keep doing that. And then feel it. If you do those things, that's great. But doing those things and then feeling like, I don't have it yet. Well, now you're undoing all the work that doing those things does. The doing of the things is nothing. Doing the things is supposed to help you latch onto that feeling. What is the rhythm of where you're at? You got to feel that rhythm. You got to feel those feelings. And then you got to practice feeling them. And then you have to trust that feeling them is enough. That's what will bring you to where you want to be. But doing the things alone and not feeling the feelings does nothing except frustrate you. And, that was phase 0 of my life. 20 years of how do I get there? By doing stuff I hate and wishing that I was there when I'm not liking where I'm at now. Ugh. Doesn't work. Robin says, yes, when you can let yourself try to feel the feelings about where you want to go, it makes you want to move toward your dreams. Absolutely. Sometimes I'm laughing over here in front of my iPad when I make you laugh. Yes. Thanks. Cracks me up. Cool. So let me see, Robin. It's like when I make lists of to-do lists, it never works. Yeah, to-do lists don't work. You gotta. It's to feel. Make a to feel list. What do I want to feel? I want to feel alive. I want to feel moving. I want to feel motivated. I want to feel excited. I want to feel amazing. And then just practice feeling those things however you can and watch what happens. The universe wants to excite you. The universe wants to delight you and surprise you. It can't do it if you're saying it has to be like this and it has to be Thursday. There's no surprise there. There's no excitement there. There's just frustration because the universe is going, I can't do that. No, I'm not doing it that way. You're not in charge. I am. Ray says you go Robin, and Robin says great idea to feel lists. Wow. You know what? I never thought of that before. I like to feel lists. I like that. All right. Well, if you don't know, Amy made me this thing right here. Amy made this for me. I always give out a booby prize to the person who commented last. And Robin, that's you. You got the last comment in. So I'm putting this on the back wall as a permanent Daily Fuel fixture. So thank you, Amy Tyler. So guys, I'm going to split, and this was a lot of fun. We will do it again very soon. I was planning to do one on Monday, because last week I said Daily Fuel returns next week. I didn't mean to wait till Thursday. I was planning to get going on Monday, but we had this gigantic snowstorm, and on Monday and Tuesday, I've just been shoveling snow almost nonstop. So, oh, look at that, more comments. Hector, yeah, the feeling is important. Sometimes I feel it strong, like something is about to happen. Yeah, and I like that feeling, but like I got things, like specific things that I know are coming to fruition, and now I feel like the trick is to not be so heart set on that thing happening by a specific time, because maybe the universe has a better thing, the old me would be like, oh, I've got this thing. It's like someone dangled something in my face. Hey, I'll hire you and write you this check next week. And now suddenly everything is hinging on my life in getting this check. And it's like yesterday I didn't even know this check was a possibility, and now suddenly my life is over if I don't get it. How did that happen? So it's like when you're doing this and you're feeling it and you're moving down that river, things are going to pop up. And now the trick is to just be like, oh, that would be cool. You know what? If in your time, if you want that to happen, then jump in the boat. But I'm not fishing around. I'm not swimming over there to get it, because that's the second way you screw it up. So yeah, if you're excited about things happening, be excited, but be excited because how does it make you feel if that thing happened? Feel the feeling, sit in that, and let that be in your boat while you're floating down the river. But if that thing floats by and doesn't happen, then don't worry about it, because that wasn't the thing. You still got the feeling, and the thing that's going to make the feeling real is still out there. You guys just don't stop commenting. Robin says, oh yeah, awesome, says Hector. Lots of flowers from Robin. My last chance to send flowers. Yes, this was fun. Good evening, everyone, says Hector. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, guys. At least for a while. And totally agree, Bobby, says Hector. Hector and Robin are in a competition to get the booby prize. There's no booby prize. It's a joke. Nobody's actually getting a booby prize. But so you know what? You both get it. Check your mailbox. I'll send one to you. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and we will do this again very soon. I want to keep doing these. I won't be doing them every single day, but I'll be doing them as often as I can. And thanks for sticking around between phase 1 and phase 2. Let's crush this. All right. See you later, guys. Bye. Who said LOL? Hector. Okay, bye.